Okay, on today's video of Danny's Ratchet bike stuff, we are going to do one of my favorite things, which is go through my bag of stuff that I keep on the basket of my bike. Some of this stuff is really useful, some of it's repetitive to some of my other videos, but it's always good just to have a bag of bike stuff that you'll need on your journey, especially if you are going on longer distance riding. But let's start with the absolutely mandatory stuff that you'll need. So easy peasy, you'll need a first aid kit, just with bandages and definitely some ointment and a gauze pad. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but it's really important to have just a small first aid kit in case you do hurt yourself. I fell off my bike last week. I've been riding forever, but it happens. You'll also need tire levers to take the tire off of the rim in case you get a flat. Some people can do it without tire levers. Ultimately, I just like to take the easier route in life because life's already hard, so it's good to know. You'll need a wrench, 15 millimeter to be specific. Some people like to carry around adjustable wrenches. I used to, but 15 will do just fine. You'll also need a multi-tool. These things are great just because there's different things on your bike that you need to adjust. It has anything from a flathead to a Phillips to different size hex wrenches, even a chain remover tool, which is not something you'll need on the road really, hopefully, but this is just really awesome to have to adjust your brakes, to lift your seat up and down, sometimes to even take the wheel off. Let's see, what else do I have in here? I also have a map of the city of Chicago. That's where I reside in right now, and it's awesome because it's a bicycling map. You can just call your local bike store or look on the city's website to see if they have anything accessible like that. Let's hope they do. Let me know in the comments below too how your city is like with handling bicyclists and specifically bike maps and just bicycle infrastructure. I'd like to know. And we also have a patch kit. If you do not have a tube in your bag, definitely have a patch kit. I like to have both just in case I'm riding a different size bicycle tire / tube that I will need, just to have a patch kit because it's universal to all of the tubes you'll have for the most part. And then I also like to have some feminine products, which I won't get too detailed about, but it's important to have. And so that is what is in my bag of absolutely needing stuff. And then I will get into other things you'll need. I think you'll definitely need a pump. If you can afford one, unless you can just go to the gas station, but I've said in my previous videos to have an adapter if you go to the gas station. And I just really like to have a pump because I ride often enough where if I do get a flat, I'll have a quick fix right here. This one's great. It has a little foot pedal here. It even has a gauge. You can take it off. It switches to both Presta and Schrader valves. Remember, Schrader's the old school one. And this pumps out too like this, and it folds out. It's pretty great. I love this pump. So just keep this in mind. It's a great investment. I also have a poncho, a rain poncho, in case I get really wet. This is great to have because sometimes obviously it will rain down on you unexpectedly, and so these are awesome to keep a hold of in your bag. Sometimes with the wind though, it can get really awful with a poncho, so just be aware of that. Let's see, now let's go to the more fun things I have in my bag. So I have a deck of cards in case, you get bored or you go to a park and you never know. I also have Kleenex because my nose gets really runny when I go on a bike ride sometimes. I have a bag in case it rains and I need to cover up my saddle when I go inside temporarily. a pen in case you need it. You never know. Sometimes it's really important to have a pen, actually. If a crash happens and your phone dies, this is totally something that can happen. If you do not, well, most people have these plastic bags, but there's these awesome saddle bags now that they have to cover your saddle instead. If you don't have a saddle bag, you can always use a plastic bag. And of course, I have a pair of sunglasses. These haven't been opened yet, but these are great to have in case you're riding and the sun gets in your eyes. It's really important to have, actually, because if the sun gets in your eyes, it's hard to see, much like driving. You're still driving a bicycle. Let's see. The last thing I have in here is... The last thing I have in here is a U-lock. Shaped like a U. Lots of people have chain locks or cable locks. I really recommend a U-lock. It's a lot harder to cut. A lot of people steal bikes, especially in the city. It's not just a city thing, though, remember. Actually, quite a few people who I have read about live in the suburbs, come to the city to steal bikes and then sell them out in the suburbs. So it's important to have a U-lock. It's just thicker. I usually like to carry around this one and a smaller one, but they're great to have. You can get them anywhere from $30 up to over $100. So it really is up to you, but I recommend these over chains any day. So that was my quick video on what I have in my bag. If you have any questions or recommend to bring anything else, please put it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. And that was Danny's bike stuff. Thanks.